Hi, this is James Garbo, Tour Library, here with my 5th book review in the Cyberpunk trilogy. I'm almost done this series, just got 2 more books to go and I'm done. Today's book I will be talking about Neal Stephenson's Snow Crash. This was first published in 1992. This edition is from Bantam, 2008. This is the first novel I read by this author, and let me say this book was a really great novel. It was very interesting, engaging, and it deals with a lot of subject matter and satire elements as well. And overall, this was a really good book. I've never seen this book coming up a lot lately on like top Cyberpunk lists and stuff. This and Neuromancer, however, those 2 books are completely different. It'd be like trying to compare an orange and an apple. They're 2 different things. But anyway, I would discuss about this book and what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, and some other opinions on this book as well. Without further ado, on to the review. Plot. Set in the 21st century of Los Angeles, which is no longer part of the United States after a worldwide economic collapse. The Mafia owns most corporations without having to deal with the police since there isn't any laws. Mercs act as private security or small armies for other businesses. While the feds still operate within the LA area, they handle airport security and tracking down dangerous criminals. Almost everyone jacks into the multiverse, allowing them to create avatars of themselves, allowing people to live out their fantasy lives. People can also use the multiverse to learn information on any subject they want, or hackers use to steal data. Hero protagonist, a highly skilled freelance hacker and sword fighter who works for Uncle Enzo as a pizza delivery driver. While out delivering his last order, Hero is stuck in traffic and knows he won't make it in time. He hires a courier, YT, yours truly, to deliver the pizza for him. She completes Hero's delivery and strikes up a partnership by gathering intel and selling it to the CIC for the profit organization that's involved from the CIA's manager with the Library of Congress. While in the multiverse at the Black Sun, a club for people to hang out in the virtual world, Hero is offered a piece of software by Raven stating it's a new drug called Snow Crash. Hero declines the offer, however, his friend Defivid accepts it. However, when Defivid goes to view Snow Crash, it causes his computer to crash and suffers brain damage in the real world, which leaves Defivid in a coma. Wanting revenge, Hero hires a small band of mercs to track down and hunt Raven. They find him after double-crossing a deal with the Crips. Raven uses a glass knife, slicing his way through the heavily armed men while wearing body armor. After escaping on his motorcycle, Hero learns from a Crips member that Raven has taken a nuclear warhead from a Soviet sub, which he has installed it into his sidecar and will activate if he's killed. Hero is then contacted by his ex-girlfriend, Julita Marquez, who gives him a database containing a large amount of research compiled by her associate, Largos, who was also murdered by Raven. This research posits constructions between the virus, ancient Sumerian culture, and the legend of the Tower of Babel. Julita advises Hero to be careful, then disappears. During his investigation, Hero learns that a religious organization called the Reverend Wayne's Pearly Gates and a media magnate, L. Bob Riff, has funded millions of dollars into the research of the Sumerian Yor language and its culture. With the aid of the librarian, Hero understands what Largos was looking into and the origins of Snow Crash, which L. Bob Riff plans to infect millions of hackers with his virus by sending a signal through the RAF, a large yacht that has been heavily modified from the USS Enterprise, an aircraft carrier. YT, who has been hired by Uncle Enzo as a private courier for the mob, after doing a few jobs for them, she is captured after one delivery turned out to be a trap by L. Bob Riff. Holding her hostage on the raft, Hero joins a small band of mobsters on a boat to reach the raft after learning of L. Bob Riff's plan, along with Raven's own personal goal of setting off a nuclear warhead on American soil. It's a race against time, not only to save YT and Hero's ex-girlfriend, but to stop 2 madmen hell-bent on a new world order. This was a very different yet engaging novel to read. Neal Stephenson creates a very imaginative world along with interesting set of characters you follow within Snow Crash. While I didn't like the start of the novel, which is told mostly through third-person perspective, however, once we're introduced to Hero, YT, and other characters, the story becomes much easier to understand it, as Neal explains all the detail you need to know. There's a lot of action moments and interesting set pieces within Snow Crash as Neal paints a clear picture on each page and adds highly detailed information to the reader. During my read through the later section of the novel, I didn't have a hard time trying to figure out what was going on or having to look up scenes to understand them. Overall, I enjoyed Snow Crash. It was a very thrilling and interesting cyberpunk novel to read and plan on checking out more novels by Neal Stephenson. So as I said, it was a very interesting and engaging novel, and at the start of it, when I was reading it, it starts off in third-person perspective, and I kind of didn't like it. I was like, okay, this isn't the type of perspective I'm used to reading in stories, but I read like through 100 pages on the start of it, and I was like, well, let me read a little more to see if it gets better. And sure enough, it got really good. So I'm glad I stuck with this book and finished reading it. And oh man, it was quite a novel to read, but it was a very interesting book too. So I definitely plan on checking out more books by Neal Stephenson, as I got some of his early works like The Big U, Zodiac, and I heard that The Dime Age is supposed to be really good, and I got two others, The Cobweb and Cryptocurrency. That's the other book I got on my wish list. So once I have some room on my shelves, I will definitely check these books out. I was reading much as I can during the last few days, trying to get Snow Crash done. It was a very thick book. It's like over 400 pages, so I was doing much as I can to get it done, so I can get on with my next set of books I plan on reading, which are going to be First Blood and this horror book called Bugs. And I got my next Cyberpunk book picked out, Do Androids Dream Electric Sheep by Phil K. Dick. So I'll be reading much as I can during this month, so I can get some more reviews out, and I plan on posting some top list videos too as well. So that is it for the review. I hope you all enjoyed it, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the Arturo Library, and the YouTube channel is the same name, a place you can post your review fiction. Until then, I'll catch you later.